Okay, the first thing we're going to do is log into ConnectED. You can see the URL up there. When you log in, you will see your teacher edition and your student edition. I usually always go to my teacher edition. From there, you can look at your student edition if you need to up here at the top. Um, so while that makes this little trip, then the next thing I'm going to do is go to Manage and Assign. Manage and Assign. From there, you may have more than one class. You need to go ahead and select the class that has your current students in it. And that for me is this one. So I've got my classes. You can see my lessons that I've already created. And now I'm going to make an assignment. The first thing I usually do is look for the resources here under Attach Resources and Content. I click Edit and I go to Student Edition. And if the next lesson was the American Revolution and the Road to Revolution, Unit 5, Lesson 1, I add that. I know it's added when I see it over here in the left column. And I'll click Done. Now I'll give it a name, Social Studies, whatever you want to name it, 2.3, American Revolution Reading. Please read all pages of Unit 5, Lesson 1. Then I attach my students. And then I come over here. That won't let you finish unless you do this. So you click your start date, whenever that start date is. If it was November 4th, and that would mean it would be due on November 8th. And an expiration date is any date, however long you want it to stay open. So usually if it's due on the 8th, I give them an additional week, sometimes 2, it doesn't matter. But if they cannot view the assignment unless it's in these dates right here. So now I have the name, I've given the instructions, I've attached my students, I've got the date, and now I'm going to click Assign. And it doesn't matter which one of these you click, it hardly ever works the way I want it to, so I usually just close it out, go back and look in my assignments here. Social Studies 2.3 American Revolution Reading. So then I'm going to go back to make another assignment, make sure I'm still in the same class. I'm going to go back to my resources right here where it's Edit. And then I can search Unit 5, Lesson 1. And then I can see all the things that come up to that lesson that the book thinks you should do. You can see worksheets. Oh, there's way too many for me to look at, but it's usually the first 2 or 3. Here's a crossword puzzle that's like an interactive. Then you can continue to look, so you can look that way. You can look ahead of time and find it under something that you favorited. And I have not uploaded any files. Or you can go back to the student edition here if there was something new. So that's another way. So let me just show you the way to favorite them. So I'm going to cancel this. So lots of times I'll come over to Resources, and I will come here and look. So I'm on Unit 5, Lesson 1. And when I do that, I can see all the things that are available. There's a graphic organizer, there's an interactive game, there's a pre-made test and quiz that they see already without you assigning it. You can see the 2 videos, and if you click on it, you just see those 2 things. Then you can go back to all the resources for that unit. And when you come over here, you can open the resource to look at it to see, is that something I want them to see and how it's used. So when you click on that, they get more information about Crispus atticus. So then let's just say, for example, I liked, I'm going to go back to the video. Let me see. Because usually I want to assign the videos and the audios. So here it is. I've already favorited that for another lesson, or for this one perhaps. If you click the star, it adds it to your favorites. So then when you come back to manage and assign, make the assignment, and you come down here to edit, then it's under your favorites, and there it is right here. So I could add it now. You have to click add and then click done. Then I see it over here. So those are the main ways you can do that. You do the same thing, give it its name and all like that. Very briefly, I wanted to show you the assessment. Click assess. If you double click on this picture, it will bring up your choices for assessments, whatever that means. Okay. And I usually come over here, and if that was Unit 5, Lesson 1, all I do is click and drag it over here, and it has generated a test. You can either assign it from here, or you can make it a PDF, or you can put it within Blackboard and create a test that way. So I just wanted to, those are just some of the simple resources that you have there. So once that's done, I'm going to close out of here. I'm going to go over to my Blackboard. So here's my fake week that I need to put that assignment in. So I would come over here and build content. I'd add an item. And what I was telling you in your email, you could simplify it by saying, all ConnectED lessons. And you'd say, click on the ConnectED link above and view or complete all assignments for week, whatever it is, 2.3, 2.4, whatever, like that. That way you wouldn't have to make 2 or 3, which is what I've been doing. It's just up to you. And you might want to tell them, there are 3 assignments. And you might won't even name them. Social Studies 2.3 reading, Social Studies 2.3 video, interactive, etc. So they kind of know what they're looking for. And then you would submit that. And then when they come in, they see it.